Hey guys, welcome to Scratching the Dirt. This is Nikki, and this is the Carnivore vlog. Um, and I know what you've been thinking. I know you're wondering, did Nikki go crazy? Did Nikki get off carnivore and eat all of the things? Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to let you know where I am. The last time we talked, I was talking about how I might be getting off carnivore. I don't know. I don't know if it fits my lifestyle, and blah, blah, blah. So here's what has happened in the last couple of weeks. I did go buy some berries. They are delicious. I actually bought berries and cherries. So I started thinking about it because I knew that I was thinking about fruit a lot, but I don't want an apple. I don't want a banana. I don't want an orange. I don't want any of that. All I really wanted was berries and then, of course, cherries. I love fresh cherries. So I have been eating those. What I also did, Jose and I went to dinner one night, and I did have like street tacos, like the little bitty tacos. I had some street tacos, and then we split fajitas, but I just ate the meat. I didn't eat the tortillas on that because I had eaten the little tortillas on the tacos. So I did that. I went to the grocery store and I bought a couple of things that I thought, man, I really miss this. And so um, no shame, I bought Deli Mex taquitos, beef taquitos, which I have always really liked. I've always really liked those taquitos. They're frozen food. I know they're not very healthy, but that's okay. They're delicious. I also bought some, what do you call it, mozzarella sticks, like a little box of mozzarella sticks. I've always really liked those. There was a time when that's probably 90% of what I ate. I go through a hyperfixation thing with foods, and so I hadn't had a mozzarella stick in a long time, and I bought more fruit like berries and cherries. I bought a different kind of hamburger patty, still frozen, but I did a different brand to try that out. And I'm trying to think. Oh, Jose had some potatoes. And so I really wanted a baked potato. So I took the biggest potato out of all the potatoes he had and I baked that up. And I ate half of that because I didn't feel like a whole it was a pretty big potato. So I felt like a whole potato worth of carbs all at once probably wasn't going to be the best thing for me. Um, and I've been eating peanuts. So with the peanuts though are more like when I'm on the road and I'm running around, and typically it would have been like a string cheese and a meat stick would have been my or beef stick would have been my like thing to keep me going when I get hungry, when I can't get to food. I have been packing berries and peanuts for those things. So here's what I am finding, or here's what I found, or I am finding as I kind of go through this move away from strict carnivore. Oh, there's another thing I'm going to tell you about. Sorry. All of the foods that I really thought, with the exception of the street tacos were fantastic. They were delicious and they made me like happy and they made my mouth happy and they made me feel good to be eating it, right? Everything else, the frozen food, I can't say anything about the mozzarella sticks yet because I haven't even eaten those yet. They're still in the freezer. But the taquitos, which I used to love, baked potatoes, which has always been my comfort food. Meh, meh, meh. Like I, they didn't taste as good as I was expecting them to. I didn't get any kind of like deliciousness, enjoyment out of them, right? Like I'm not looking for emotional enjoyment, but they didn't taste as good as the possible damage they can do. I'm trying to make this make sense. But after I ate those things, I went, yeah, I don't, that's not it. That's not the thing. That is absolutely not the thing. When I ate the street tacos, and that too, that could be kind of wrapped up in an emotional thing. That was Jose and I had a long day. We did a lot of stuff that day. we cleaned up and we went out to dinner together. And so I didn't put any pressure on myself to like eat right or did it. I was just like, I'm just going to enjoy this time with my husband. And I did very much enjoy the time with my husband, and I enjoyed the food that we got, like street tacos, and we got fajitas, and we shared. So he ate like the beans and rice. I ate the meat and the street, well, half the street tacos. Anyway, it was lovely and it was worth it. The other things that I've cooked for myself here at home, I've just been like, not really worth it. One thing I did eat a couple of days ago that I don't know, I haven't tasted anything so delicious in so long. I don't even know what to do. And I'm going to tell you what it was. It was an avocado diced up with Jose's pico de gallo on top of it. That's it. It was avocado diced up. I salted the avocado, of course, electrolytes. And then I put his pico de gallo on top of it. And it was the most delicious thing. It was so good. I had it again the next day. He makes such a good pico. And so I stole some of his pico that he had made to take with him for lunch, and I kept it so I could have another avocado the next day. So good. So where does that leave me? It leaves me with a better understanding of my current relationship with food. It leaves me with a better understanding of the things that I need to be eating or I want to be eating. Oh, another thing I learned when we went out to eat and we had those fajitas, the thing I liked the most at that dinner was the onions. You know how they serve like the sizzling platter of fajitas and the meat is in there, but they have the onions and peppers. They didn't really have peppers on ours, but there was onions. Those onions tasted so good to me that I have since come home and on different meals, I've cooked up onions in the pan with butter and let them caramelize and eaten those with burgers, because something in me is like screaming out for certain foods, and onion seems to be one of them right now. So where does that leave me? Again, let's answer the question, Nikki. It leaves me here because I went like a week of just kind of eating what I want, and I didn't weigh. And I'll talk to you about the things that I feel like have changed in the last couple of weeks since I started eating a little more lax. I was worried that I was going to start instantly putting weight back on. I have not. I am still at the same level, same weight I was before. I have hovered around 197, 198 for probably a couple of months. Like I think since we got back from Denver, so the end of April, I've been at the same weight. Stricter carnivore this couple of weeks with doing, it's just my weight's staying the same. And that's fine as long as me kind of taking this path away for a second doesn't make me start gaining weight back. I'm okay with that. That's fine. If it is what it is, and currently have clothes that fit. So if we want to wait to lose a few more pounds, that's fine. I will say this though. I still think I need to get down to 180. I still think 180 is the place where in my brain and in my heart, I will be happy. I don't know if that's the place where my body wants to naturally settle, if that's the healthiest spot for me, but that is still a goal. I still want to get there. Now, the other things, let's talk about the other things. Since I have reintroduced some of these other foods, so mostly fruits and vegetables, but definitely some carbohydrates, I have experienced a couple of things. One, I had an ocular migraine, which I have not had in months and months. This used to be something that plagued me fairly frequently, and it's existed ever since I had a brain tumor. I get ocular migraines. I only get it in this eye, and it affects this half of my vision. I don't know if you've ever experienced an ocular migraine, but it's this really weird, like static thing where your vision only partially gets messed up. It's very strange. It's not fun if it happens to come on while you're driving. I was lucky. I happened to be like watching tennis sitting in the living room when mine happened, but it did freak me out because I haven't had one in so long. I almost forgot they were even a thing for me. I forgot they even existed. I did within the first week start to feel a little bit of the tooth pain that I used to feel. And I have thought about this before. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I do recall that when this tooth pain started and when it was so severe that I was begging a dentist to like not try to save the tooth, please take it out. I still have the tooth. Long story. I probably told you about it before. I went to get it extracted and my blood pressure had skyrocketed and they sent me to emergency. And that's when I found out I had hypertension, all of that. But anyways, I still have the tooth. On Carnivore, I didn't really have issues with it. Every now and then I would be like, I feel like maybe the pain's starting and I'd eat a steak and I'd be fine. I did start to feel some pain after about a week of not being stricter carnivore. I have had a couple of headaches. They haven't been severe. They haven't been migraines. They haven't even been all day headaches, and I haven't had to take medication for them. But I have gone, I have a little bit of pain in my head. That's weird. I am pooping more. Like, so on Carnivore, you just don't go that often, right? Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because your body basically uses up every last bit of what you eat. And so now that I've reintroduced some of these with the fruits and things, I've been pooping more, which, man, I can take it or leave it. I don't really think about it. If it's not an issue where it's not like horrible run to the bathroom emergency poop or constipation poop, if it's just poop, I'm fine. So there's that. I have not experienced any hip pain, which was a big deal before I went on to Carnivore. I don't know if I continue to eat like this, if those things will start to show back up. I'm going to assume they would because they went away when I went on Carnivore. And now that I'm being a little more lax about it, a little more free with my food choices, there's a chance that that will show back up. My energy has been weird. I was talking about my energy and how it wasn't really getting me through the whole day. I'm getting through the whole day, right? Like even with eating the non-carnivore things, I'm not having any problems with energy except for when I do eat, when I've eaten carbohydrates, I get that sleepiness, that like wah, 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 in the afternoon, it used to happen to me every day, a couple hours after lunch, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I would start to feel like I just need to take a nap. I've gotten that when I've eaten carbohydrates, and it's almost instant. Like and I don't like that at all. I need to be alert and I need to be focused. And I have noticed an inability to focus a little bit. Like even this morning, I was driving in to go work and I was like, you have got to get your focus together. Like you're on the road. Like you need to pay attention. And my mind was just wandering. And so I have noticed slight things, right? None of it is to the degree that it was prior to going on to Carnivore, but it does give me pause. And it does make me think that even though I knew these things went away when I started eating a carnivore-ish diet, veering off of that a little bit and experiencing them start again has given me pause, right? I don't think that I want to incorporate non-carnivore foods into my life on a daily basis. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that I have known people that are really, really strict on carnivore, and I've known people that do, like 5 days on carnivore, 2 days off, or they do the 80-20 with carnivore, whatever it is. People do different things. People figure out what works for them. and that's what they go with. And so that's my plan going forward. There are I have some groceries that I'm going to eat up because I hate wasting food. I don't like wasting money on food. I don't like throwing food away. Um, so I'm not going to like go sit down at 2 meals and eat it all, because I just ate, and I ate, burgers and beef bacon and cheddar cheese. And then I had some berries and cherries afterwards. So it was mostly carnivore food. And then I had some fruits. So, but I don't think that going in and buying berries is going to be a part of my weekly shopping or anything like that. I think I'm going through a phase. I'm figuring it out. And I think where I'm going to land, we'll see, time will tell. But I think where I'm going to land is that I'm going to continue a carnivore lifestyle. I'm going to continue to eat my version of carnivore, the one that I've been doing, with the exception that when we have special occasions, like, we have family day once a month with the kids, and when Jose and I want to go have a dinner out or whatever, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to make sure that I eat only carnivore. I'm going to quit worrying about the food in those moments and pay more attention to the experience and the people that I'm with. I think that that's kind of where this has all been leading me to, is to figure out that I I believe myself to be an all or nothing kind of person. And I think what I'm learning is that I actually have more discipline and self control than I thought I did, which is a good thing. Like, this is exciting. I'm going through this kind of figure it out with the food, while again, I talked about it in the last one, we're also going through a lot in life. But I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to move forward, eat mostly carnivore, and not stress. I'm just going to, if Jose and I want to go have a dinner at a Mexican restaurant, I'm going to eat a street taco, right? I have no intention of buying like tortillas. I don't even want a potato, which is so weird because I've always loved potatoes, but the other half of the potato is still in my fridge. That one half of potato kind of showed me it's not what I want. So, but the pico de gallo did show me that the fresh tomato, fresh jalapeno, fresh onion, and herbs, the cilantro and garlic and the lime juice, like, there are things that my mouth, my body is really, really wanting and enjoying. And so I will continue to steal Jose's pico de gallo when he makes it. And avocado has always been a part of my carnivore-ish. And so I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with what is working. I'm going to stick with what feels good. And we'll see where we go. Now, what might stop this plan in its tracks is me starting to put weight back on. This wasn't intended to only be a weight loss thing, but I really believe the hip pain, the knee pain, lots of things have improved drastically because my frame is not trying to support so much extra weight. And so to add that back on, that makes no sense to me. I want a body that functions, and the bigger my body gets, the less I function. So I am going to keep an eye on that. I am going to pay attention to what I'm doing, but I'm not going to stress about things when I'm trying to experience, moments with my family. So that's it. That's where I am. Thank you for being here. I'm glad I get to catch you guys up, and we'll see where we go from here. Like I said, I'm gonna eat the things that I've already purchased, and then next time I go to the grocery store, I'll see what I do. I'm actually kind of interested to see where I go from here, and see how this all plays out. See if I'm right about myself. I think I can do it. I think I can manage a balance, and so maybe the carnivore vlog won't go away because I will still be carnivore. So we'll see. Let's see. Time will tell. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Today is Thursday. I didn't even tell you the date. It's Thursday. I think it's the 4th of June, but I don't know because I never know what day it is. But have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Come back and see where we go from here. I'll see you soon. Bye.